everyone, and welcome to this new Tekkit in the Nether series. I'm not quite sure what to call this right now, because Tekkit Expedition doesn't quite cover it. But I'm sure you've probably seen the title of the video, so you know actually probably before I do at this point. Just had to fend off a ghast, so there's a few blocks everywhere. Well, apparently I can still do that around here. I'm actually playing this in Tekkit, which means that, never mind the textures, which means that there's a few more mobs and whatnot around here. Some of them are actively hostile as opposed to pigmen, which is gonna be a little, interesting. But, over here, we have some nether ores, which means I'm gonna be able to do quite a bit around here, but there is a slight problem, which is if you walk over them, or punch them, or mine them, or indeed if anything walks over them, it will potentially explode. Which makes mining in the Nether a bit of a tricky prospect. But, I asked for ideas and suggestions in the Lying Plays Tekkit video as to what people would like to see in a Tekkit series. And the one person who answered, suggested that I take it basically down to its absolute basics, because he described it, he described Nether Expedition, and I kind of like this description, as starting out with less than nothing and turning it into a fortune. So in that spirit, I took the Tekkit's archive database, I guess, of stuff, and I tried to pare it down to the absolute minimum of things that you would need if you were starting out in the Nether. I came down to a singular furnace, and if we get through this bit of lag, I always lag for the first time. A single rubber tree sapling, a stack of dirt. I could start with one stack over one block of dirt, but a stack is just slightly easier. And a single stone pickaxe. The first thing I'm going to do is find a place to put this sapling. And I did a quick test run of this before this video, and there is a slight problem I found, which is that if I'm not careful in where I put this sapling will just vanish. Basically, it will uproot and die. But on the other hand, the only natural light sources in the Nether are fire and lava, which will set the tree alight. So, let's just check our light levels, shall we? Okay, light here is invisible because this is an older version of Minecraft. Oh, smeg. Right, well, we're gonna have to guess. So I'm going to plonk it down over here. I don't recall what the light level of a fire is. Let's put this another one away. If we lose this one sapling, we are screwed from the get-go. And I can't cheat anything in here. Nope, not a thing. Nor have I figured out how to turn that on, so this is as vanilla as I get, more or less. And meanwhile, we're going to mine some coal. I saw some of that over here. And if it makes a loud hissing noise, we're going to run. Nope. Please. Phew. Okay. Now, you'll notice it's dropped a block as opposed to actual coal. And that is mildly important for our purposes, but it also means that we need that tree to grow, and we're going to have to make some charcoal before we can actually get actual coal. Yeah, completely useless. But, the Nether ores, yeah, their main and most recognizable feature is that they explode when you're doing things with them. But, they also have a very fun property, which is, if you macerate them, you get twice what you would normally get from just smelting them into their, earth equivalents. So if we macerate that one piece of coal, we'll get 2 coal as opposed to, when we smelt it, we only get the 1. And that goes for all of the Nether ores, including diamond. And there's a ghast over there. Him off in the distance. I think he's just kind of hitting the distance at which mobs freeze, I'm not sure. Let's clear out a little bit of space above this. We want to have as much room for leaves as possible. And I'm just going to, like, auto-mine key binding, because I got my new mouse. At last, it is a rat-free, which means it has a couple of buttons that I can program to do what I want, and I've got a Minecraft profile on it, which allows me to just auto-sneak, auto-mine, and toggle the use key, which I use for eating and using a bow and whatnot. Which is handy. It looks like a regular mouse was hit with a sledgehammer, but it's handy. Let's see, that's copper. That's probably tin. Yeah, the textures for this are a little bugged out, because in the Tekkit video I used Sphax Pure BD Craft, but to get that working in Tekkit is a bit of a tricky endeavour. Good lord, the fire ant is loud. I'm gonna need to find some red mushrooms. Mushrooms seem to be reasonably plentiful. There's a bit of brown over there. But the other annoying thing is I'm gonna have to wait until that tree grows before I can make a bowl. My main battle plan at the moment, after finding these mushrooms, is get some iron, small old school style, like I went down, to get some, there's some red mushrooms, to get a iron pickaxe, and then using that to get at least one nether diamond, and from that we can then, create a philosopher's stone, which allows to get some regular old cobblestone from this netherrack. Ooh, and I don't want to be messing around with that gas. So I can't heal health at the moment. Is there any closer reds? No. Really? No. Well, this is gonna hurt. I don't want to sprint because I can't recover my health at the moment. Or indeed my what do you call that? Stamina? I guess? Oh, balls. I'm gonna hear a ghast firing at me within 5 seconds, I'm sure. Whoop, there we go. Oh, holy hell, he's right above me. Not quite as bad as the last time a ghast snuck up on me, but this is still pretty dangerous. Good move. Okay. Reds, thanks, Meg. And in true fashion of my luck, in the complete opposite direction of the ghast. Every 20 jumps also takes us down a stamina meter there, so this is going to get annoying very quickly. And yeah, I've got my minimap set to caves, because if you have it set to surface, it basically just displays the bedrock layer at the top. Caves is a lot more useful. I also have it showing entities, which may give you a hint soon as to exactly the kind of stuff I have to put up with when I'm making Nether Expedition. Silver and tin look a lot alike. Unfortunately, silver and diamond also look a lot alike, especially in the Sphax Pure BD Craft textures. I've also had people mention that there may be a problem with the world generation in Tekkit, which causes diamond to spawn a heck of a lot less commonly than it does in the normal world generation. Like, I think I mentioned this in the Tekkit video, but I played for, like, 10 hours, basically straight in my first world. Oh, hello. I don't have an axe, so I can't kill you. Yeah, I played for, like, 10 hours straight, and I did not see... Oh, dear. Giant rat, giant rat. I can't run. Tree hasn't grown. Okay, I'm gonna have to hit him with this. Oh, it dropped some redstone. That's interesting, didn't know they did that. The ones in the overworld drop coal, which would have been nicer, actually. Let's see, assuming this is 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, should be fine there, but we're just going to dig this out a bit more above. Just in case, because this tree is our initial and only lifeblood. So we have one tree, we can make some torches and put those elsewhere, but in the meantime, we need to make sure he's okay. He's also our only access to rubber at the moment, which is not going to be particularly useful until we get the Philosopher's Stone, but it's going to be very useful afterwards. Okay. I am going to spend a while staring at this tree and making sure that it's perfectly fine and okay, and I will be back in a little bit, because this will take some time. Okay, and welcome back. It's been about 20 minutes, but we have our first tree. And I'm just gonna... Oh god, I've just realized where the fire is. We gotta move. Move, 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 move. Right. Now, annoyingly, it's decided to spawn on the floor. And we don't really want to be punching at the leaves, because I know it was a myth in 1.2.5 where I filmed Nether Expedition, but I don't know if it's a myth here. And we only get 3 pieces for that. Joy. And a bit of sticky resin, that's something at least. And now we need to pray to Jeb. That we get... Oh god, please no gas, please no. Oh no, I don't... If these burn, I'm not getting any saplings. But we need to pray to Jeb that we get at least 1 from all of this. Or else we're screwed. Very tremendously screwed, and then this just becomes an exercise in how long I can survive. Ah! Sapling! Yes, 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 yes. Okay. Now can we get 2 saplings? Yes! Thank you, god of trees. Thank you. What's annoying is that gas is floating over there, and my ceiling over here is rapidly eroding. Okay. How about 3 saplings? Can I get 3 saplings? Yo, he's coming down. Oh, he's coming in! Oh, God. Okay, build a wall around here, because this is getting a little hairy. An interesting little thing, if you're in your inventory, your health, your stamina or whatever doesn't degrade at all. I don't know why that is specifically, I've not looked into the code for it. But it's a handy little thing if you need to wait for something to happen, like a tree to grow. And we're just waiting for the rest of these leaves to drop. Jump up over there. No, there doesn't seem to be anything here. 2 is pretty good for right now, but because we've doubled our tree intake. 3 wood was not particularly great. We have to smelt one of that into a charcoal, and then use the other one to make a bowl so I don't starve to death. We have a fair few mushrooms at least, so that's not gonna be. Oh, I'm gonna have to use one to make a crafting table. Damn. Okay, so we won't have our coals, or rather, we can have our coal and starve, or we can have food and not our coal. To make torches to make these away from the fire. That's a tricky question. I wish I'd had 4. Although actually, these rubber trees only give 3 wood. So yeah, that's stiff time away really. We'll have to use 2 of them to make a crafting table for at least. I think I'll make a bowl and I'll make some coal and we'll see what we can do. Which will be not much at that point, so we'll have to... We're gonna have to put these right next to the fire again. it's a little less ghast friendly. That's why it takes last for you to go. Okay, well, we'll come back to that, I think. Okay, so we've got fires over here. Fires galore, because I had to fend off that gas at the start. So where to put this? Okay, we'll go 3 blocks away again. Hope I don't actually get anything that explodes or anything. One there. Okay. 15, 14, 13, 12 should be good enough. Very happy when we can get our own light sources in. Okay. Ah, balls. Well, this is now a problem. Because firstly, the main annoying thing is that I'm now going to be punching all of this netherrack away, but I now can't mine the iron. Which is a problem, but there is a way around it. But in order to get around that, we're going to have to cause the nether ores to explode. Oh boy. Because when they explode, they do occasionally drop the items, if they destroy blocks around them. But nonetheless, you can imagine that's a fairly dangerous prospect. This is going to take a while. I didn't find any iron while I was wandering around there either, so I couldn't have mined any if I had the chance. I probably should have been punching things, but that would have been boring as hell for you. As it's boring as hell for me right now. Right, let's leave that for a moment and get our crafting table up so we can actually have something to eat. That was a rat. That's definitely a rat. Okay. I'm going to use all of the wood for this. Not nice. Right. Edible. Actually, we can, if we turn this into sticks, and then use 2 of those, we can smelt 1 piece of coal. That will give us some torches. Not many torches, but torches nonetheless. So we have our bowl. Get some food going. Ah. And there's my heart. Thanks, Mac. Okay. Oh, that's a really annoying thing that I find in this. Is that, yep, there's our coal. Is that if you shift-click things in your inventory, they go into crafting, even if you're actually just trying to remove them from your hotbar. Okay, so let's get rid of all this fire now, because we can now artificially light our trees. Torch. Let's put up a wall as well, because I don't want to have to deal with ghast over here. Good, I have more than a stack, because I can't reclaim these until I at least get a wooden pickaxe. It's been ages since I had to use... God, my living copper. If I place a block next to that, it's liable to detonate. Refill feature in this mod as well, which I do enjoy for projects like this. Yeah, okay. Right. So now we're gas safe, for the most part at least. We need to clear out the space up here. Right, well, I'm going to plant my trees down, and I'm going to wait for them to grow, so that we can do anything whatsoever. And I'll back again in a little bit. And we're back again. I did a bit more clearing out, and our first tree has again grown, and it's a tall one this time. But I just went away for another 20 minutes or so and watched a couple of YouTube videos, and here it is. So hurrah. That's where you usually get the rubber from if you have a tree tap, but rubber is irrelevant for all purposes at the moment. Okay, so... Ooh, big tree. I extended the ceiling up because I was worried that they might not actually reach full height, and wow, we've got a lot here. Okay, hopefully this will give us a sapling. If this doesn't give us a sapling, I'll be sorely disappointed in the random number generator of Minecraft. See. If we're extremely lucky. You can hear that playing. If we're extremely lucky, we'll get 2 out of this again, but we'll see. And that will let us... Okay, well, firstly, let's get ourselves a wooden pickaxe. I hope that mice aren't going to turn out to be the magma slimes of this series, because that would really annoy me. I wouldn't mind if I wouldn't mind cats doing it. Hey, there's our brilliant sapling for you. Do we get another? Thank you, tree. May I have another? No? No? Oh. Right, well, I don't think there's actually, with the possible exception of coal, I haven't tried, I don't think there's any ores that we can dig out with this pickaxe. So... we're going to have to explosion mine. Which shouldn't be too hard, I'll just keep hitting. I won't be able to use my auto mine on that, because that will just keep punching until the block's gone. So I'm actually going to have to stand next to an iron vein and just repeatedly punch it until I hear it's about to kill me. This is going to be an interesting series, I can already tell. But, oh, there's another one. Okay, that's free. So I shall dig out another slot for it, and hopefully we can get some decent wood supply going soon. But, let's see, how long have I filmed here? Probably 10, 20, maybe half an hour? I'm not sure. But, the jumping around is a bit hard to tell. But, I may call it an end to the episode here. Reasonably short first episode, I guess, because it basically involves me staring at a screen waiting for trees to grow. And running from any possible dangers that should happen to befall us. Yeah, he's gonna get annoying. Okay, well, let's get another piece of coal. Charcoal, maybe? Yeah, we'll save that for later. Oh yeah, but our wood's precious. Let's use that then. It's actually rather early in the day today. It's about 11 o'clock, because I've managed to more or less stabilize my sleep schedule. So I won't, hopefully I will never think it's a wise idea to... Why did I just go into a crafting table to do this? Very strange. Hopefully I will realize that it's not ever a good idea to record things very late at night when I'm very, very drowsy. But we'll see, we'll see. Right, I'm gonna build another slot and see how far I can expand this stuff within reasonable spaces of time. And depending on what my footage says, I'll maybe do a bit more free, yes. I'll maybe do a bit of detonation mining, or I guess I can demonstrate the concept here. Let's see. So, we've got some coal here, some redstone there. Can we find some iron? Whoop. That would be some of the some other mobs here. Magma scorpions, or fire scorpions, or whatever. Some coal, copper, redstone, tin. Ah, that's iron. That's fine. Okay. very rarely when you reveal it. Can I light copper with this? Nope, we do actually have to do this. Okay, well, it's punchy time then. And if this doesn't cause it to actually create an explosion, then... oh boy. Whoop. Suddenly a mouse. This does heck all for damage, but I have to kill you like this. And more redstone. That's annoying now. Actually, if I can find some iron next to a coal vein, I can still mine coal. Let me make that go off. I haven't seen or heard from a gas for a while. Go away. Ow. Stay back. Cute. Right. Level 1, everyone. Okay, there's some iron, and there's some coal. Good. Okay, now the explosion generally travels a fair distance. Using my dirt as a material for building pillars around the farm. Come on. Oh, you're joking. Oh, God. Can you not mine coal with a wooden pickaxe? Oh, God. Oh, it's so slow. Please detonate. Yes! Run for our lives. Okay, now hopefully it didn't fall in the fire. Ah, damn it, all fell in the fire. Great. Well, I'm going to be doing this for a while, so I shall catch you all next time. Bye! My axe finds your face very attractive. And it is no gentleman.